Hi guys, thanks for joining me once again. Let's talk about the Premier League games that are happening midweek. We've got games from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Arsenal are going to be playing on Thursday, playing Brentford, which is going to be a really weird match. I know I didn't say anything about what happened to Liverpool versus Manchester City over the weekend. I was just over it. At the end of the day, Manchester City took advantage of that. They ended up winning that game 2 goals to 1. Should have been 3 goals to 1. Some of the decisions from the referees are really ridiculous. Play advantage, we move on, whatever. But anyway, in the end, Soberslide gets a red card, blah, blah, blah. We move on. So midweek, first of all, what week are we playing this week? This week will be week 26. And let's start with the Tuesday matches. I'm just going to do a quick roundup of these matches. Then we'll talk about Arsenal versus Brentford versus Arsenal. So we've got Chelsea, who are going to be entertaining Leeds. Now, Arsenal beat Leeds 4 goals to 0. Was it 4 goals to 0 over the other week? Yeah, 4-0. And it was very comprehensive, but you know what? And that was at home. Leeds are a very good side, and they are very good at home. But away from home, probably not as good. Personally, with the way Chelsea have been moving, I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea won this match, personally. Liam Rosini, of course, has got his weaknesses, and I think his new manager thing, but I think they're still going through the bounce, and they should seriously be able to beat Leeds, but Leeds are also very good. If they manage to get a draw, I wouldn't be shocked either. Everton beating Fulham was a huge shock for me, but they're going to be entertaining Bournemouth. I think Everton should win this match as well. Spurs versus Newcastle. Wow. Spurs at home, not amazing. Newcastle have had a major blip over the last few weeks. Personally, I think they have really struggled in the Premier League. Even in the cup game against City, they were just not competitive, and that I think was the biggest problem. At least, you can lose, but you look like you are in the same stadium. They looked awful. Who do I think? And Tottenham were terrible against Manchester United. Terrible. So 2 bad teams. Anything can happen. I wouldn't be shocked if Newcastle got a win. Let's go for a draw for this one. And these are the games that are going to be happening on Tuesday. Then the later game, which is at 8:15 my time, is going to be West Ham United versus a newly revitalized Manchester United. Now, Manchester United, if they win this will be 5 wins on the bounce for them, because Michael Carrick has got them believing. He and Manchester United are 12 points behind Arsenal at the moment, and somehow they feel that they can win the Premier League. So all Arsenal have to do in the next 13 games is lose 4 games, and then Manchester United just have to win every single game that they play. And Manchester City as well has to lose 3 games, and Villa has to lose 2 games. While somehow, miraculously, Manchester United, with this newfound arrogance, which is hilarious, to be fair. You have to really admire such arrogance. I wish I was that arrogant. I would be running the world, guys. I would be absolutely running the world. West Ham versus Manchester United. I think they're going to lose against West Ham, personally. It's more like what I want to happen than what I think will happen. I think Manchester United have got a better team. They've always had a better team, and I think you would have noticed, if you've been here long enough on my channel, that I always thought Amorim had an issue with the way he was setting up, but that his lineup, actually individually, these players were pretty decent. And we are seeing it. Carrick has just convinced them and has managed to play them in a way that makes sense. Basically, he has got at least five brain cells working at the same time, which is something that you can't accuse Amorim of having at his time at Manchester United. And then what happens if they win this match against West Ham is that guy who needs the United strand, who needs a haircut, will be getting one. So let's pray. Let's pray Man U win just for that thing. But honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if West Ham managed to get something. West Ham really need this result. Nuno Espirito Santo as well can get his players up for it. I mean, they're not exactly sensational. Remember what happened to West Ham when they went to play at Chelsea. 2-0 up, ended up losing 3 goals to 1. So they do not have that resilience, and they need it. So shame for West Ham. And on Wednesday, tomorrow, we are going to see title contenders, maybe really far back now, Aston Villa, who are going to be playing Brighton. Now, this could be a draw personally. For me, this could be a draw, but yeah, could be a draw. I can't even see anything else. I do like Brighton personally. I think their team, very decent side. Aston Villa have been more superior, but as the season is going, and they are losing that momentum. Palace, Burnley. Palace, Burnley. Oof. Go for Palace. Burnley are shocking. Now, this is the match that I will be watching diligently because we need an upset here. Manchester City versus Fulham. Fulham haven't been great. I thought the guys from AFCON coming back will help them do something. But the last 5 games, they have only won 2 and they've lost the last 3. So to be honest, let's just be fair. I think they're going to get hammered by Manchester City. Manchester City should win this very easily. If they don't, I'll be shocked. But maybe this is what Fulham needs to get them back up and running and start getting some results. A big team. Face a big team and do Arsenal a favor. Come on, Fulham. Then the other 2 games for Wednesday night are Nottingham Forest versus Wolves. Now, these are 2 of the bottom sides, isn't it? They're terrible. If they both lose, no one. Wolves are usually better away from home. It'll be a draw. Nottingham Forest will draw for me. Sunderland versus Liverpool. I hope Sunderland win. Sunderland came to Arsenal, got done for 3. Not because they were playing badly. I think I was very anxious through the game because you could see what they were trying to do and how they were trying to get Arsenal out of the way. They ended up basically losing due to a brilliant goal from Zubimendi. Then, of course, the changes that came on in the second half really scuppered them because Arsenal brought in, we brought in a lot more accuracy anyway. We got Gyökeres on, who ended up getting the last two goals. Did they score the last 2 goals? Yeah. So basically, we just became better. On that right wings, Noni came off. Martinelli came on and he worked his socks off. Jesus came off, Gyökeres came on and he took advantage, scored two interesting, lovely goals. So yeah, Sunderland were pretty good, but against Liverpool at home, they might do a job. They almost did a job on us, remember, when we went to the Stadium of Light. It's not going to be easy at all. And Liverpool just lost to Manchester City in the most pathetic way. Personally, they were leading, then ended up losing 2-1. So whatever, they are going to be in the mud. We'll see what happens. And then on Thursday, the match we are all here to talk about. That's the only match that matters. In the last 5 games, Arsenal have lost 1 and we've won the other 4. Brentford have won 3, lost 2. Don't ask me who to. Don't ask me who to. So, and they've saved them from the table. So this is not a team to sniff at. So let us have a look now. These are the previous lineups, and I'm going to make some changes that I think are going to be made in this match, if anything, because Arteta needs to stop these experiments. I know he is obsessed. He wants everyone to fit in and to play, but please don't do this. I cannot, especially away from home. Do not play games, bro. So Brentford, let's start with the Brentford lineup. They'll have Kelleher in goal, probably a back 4 of Coyote, Aja, Van der Berg, and Rico Henry. Jordan Henderson, former Liverpool captain, and Janelt. Then Ouattara, who scored their winner. Who did Brentford play the other day? I remember seeing it ended up being like 3-2, very good game. Ouattara, Jensen, Lewis Potter, who always has a good game against Arsenal. And then Igor, Thiago, this against Newcastle. Yeah, I remember that. We really need to be clever. We cannot afford to give them any breathing space or any opportunities. Our midfield needs to be solid. Our back four needs to be insane. Right. So Arsenal lined up like so against Sunderland. Raya in goal, he should be starting. A back 4 of Calafiori, Magalhaes, Saliba, and Timber. Personally, I want Nkapie to start. I think Calafiori needs to be brought in. He needs to be eased into the team. Don't start him yet. He's just come back from injury. Let him phase in. And we need to start this game really solidly. Away from home, he's definitely our best left back. But the guy's just come back from injury. Give him some rest. A midfield of Declan Rice, Zubimendi, and Kai Havertz. Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing Eze start, but it's so difficult to where we're going to fit him. Where we're going to fit him is really a big struggle. So we'll probably see the same start in the midfield. Zubimendi, Zubimendi and me don't get on 100%. You know what I mean? I'm always like moaning about something, but I have to admit, when he played against Sunderland, his contribution was pivotal. And that's a good thing about players. You don't have to like everything about them, but there are certain things that they always add. I think he's doing that thing which Declan Rice has done for the last 2 years. Declan is not doing the goals from nowhere. Zubimendi is the one who's now taking over them. He's scoring from all sorts of crazy positions, which is fantastic. And like I say, I'll still maintain it as Declan Rice has had to make way and basically adapt to Zubimendi's play. But at the end of the day, it is benefiting the team. It is benefiting the team. I just need him to be a lot more focused, a lot more controlled, especially in the bigger games. Like when we played Manchester United, where his composure crumbled. So definitely needs more support in understanding the emotions involved in big games. But all love, me, Martin Zubimendi are going to be best friends by the end of the week, I am sure. Now, we started Noni Madueke on the right, and we'll probably start him again because Saka is still out injured. Noni came under quite a lot of criticism. Apparently, he's got a lack of focus and his lack of basically some nonsensical stuff about people. You want Saka's predictability, 100%. We all would love that. But you cannot have everything. Do you want predictability where you're going to finish second? Noni Madueke, I love it because you don't know what he's going to do. He gets the ball, he might cross it, he might make a run with it, he might do whatever. I like his unpredictability. And you know what? He does enough for the team. Every time he comes on, even that first goal, was it the first goal which Zubimendi scored in the end? He did a lot of work on the right to get that ball back to Zubimendi, which Zubimendi laid off to Trossard to somebody, and then Trossard back to Zubimendi for that goal to happen. A lot of good work goes in, but agenda merchants are going to mention that he had a lot of other chances which probably did not end up in the middle of. And if you cross it in and all you've got is Jesus there, what do you want from life? So the combination, the balance wasn't correct anyway, so it didn't benefit Noni. But I want him to start because he's our most exciting player at the moment, and we don't have anyone else. Definitely we cannot start Martinelli. It doesn't matter how much I love Gabi Martinelli, he should not be starting games in the Premier League. He should come on and finish the games, because when he sees what's happening, he knows how to exploit spaces, but he cannot make that determination when he is on the field. So put him on Put him on at the 60th minute if you have to, so that he can come and wreak havoc. The guy is super talented, but let's not lie to ourselves. Start Martinelli at your own risk. He just starts thinking too much. And like when you start the match, you are very responsible for all the plays, their defense, and all the things they force you to do at Arsenal. But when you come on as a sub, you know that, the guy I'm playing against doesn't track back. The guy I'm playing against is not going to transition from defense to forward, and I can basically leave these gaps. So Noni to start, Leandro Trossard to start on the left wing. If it's not him, Eze can start there, honestly. But I do love Leandro. He's probably been our best player in majority of games this season. Trossard, the amount of work and the intelligence on the ball is next to none. Let me tell you that. So Leandro Trossard should definitely start if he is fully fit. If he isn't, Eze, but we definitely need to see Eze in the game a lot earlier because we need to prepare for March and April. We've got lots happening. We've got the final in the Carabao Cup. We've got quarterfinals for the AFA Cup. We've got the Champions League, and this running is going to get mental. And you know what? These guys from Manchester have lost their minds. They think 6 points behind is nothing, and they probably believe it. So we need to knock them back for the next few weeks so that they know they're not playing with, cannot play with us this season. Up front, we had Jesus starting against Sunderland. This week, please, let's not play games. Arteta, you better not start playing these foolish games. I beg you. Can we please start Gyökeres? Put him there. With Kai Havertz, the guy is going to get minimum three opportunities in the first half. Good opportunities to score, and they will slot them home. You are punishing him for playing with people who never supported him, who never gave him good passes, good crosses, good opportunities. Don't do that. The fact of the matter, you need a lot more. Kai Havertz, for some reason, has got that. And him, Kai and Noni on that wing, please start your careers. Let's not do this Jesus experiment. Jesus can come on as a finisher as well. I do like Jesus. I love the way he can find spaces, you know. He's probably better than Gyökeres at how to find spaces and how to move. But if you start him against a physical side, he's going to be eaten alive. This Coyote and Van der Berg, it's not going to be easy. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So that is the game. Now, who do I think is going to win now? I'm sure you guys are going to be very shocked when I say that I think Arsenal are going to beat Brentford away from home, and it's going to be like 3-0. I can't. Well, okay, we do have Ouattara and Thiago. And are they risky? I think Ouattara is quite risky. Will be able to take those shots. If they can come into the game the way Manchester United came into the game, we're going to have a torrid time and we might concede. So we'll definitely need a very strong defensive display and a very strong defensive midfield display, 100%. If they come at us the way Manchester United did, that is their only chance to do a job on us at their stadium. But Arsenal, away from home, we can be quite tentative and quite patient. I hope we are not. In the first half, let's try and get a goal early, which we never do. You know, yeah, let's see what's going to happen. But I'm going for an Arsenal win. I think we should be able to do this pretty easily. And that is my take, guys. Let me know what is going to happen. Am I dreaming? And also with Manchester City refusing to lose over the weekend against Liverpool, do you think Arsenal are more at threat than they were the weekend before before, I think all of us, let's be honest, we were almost guaranteeing Arsenal to win the Premier League because we thought we thought Manchester City were going to draw points against Liverpool. And we thought the gap would go back to 8 points or 9 points. But it didn't happen, and it's still 6. It's 2 games. I'm not scared about facing Manchester City at all. I mean, I get that's anxiety because obviously they are our nemesis. This is a team that has always had the better of us. But in the grand scheme of things, I do not think that Arsenal have got anything to fear head-to-head against Manchester City. We are a superior side this season against them. But what do you think in terms of the other games? We probably have to do another show after these games to see what games we are both facing from now on, at least the next 5 games, to see where Man City and Arsenal might lose points as we go. I think Arsenal have got a loss and a draw in them this season. Manchester City can lose to Fulham. They can lose to Leeds, especially Leeds. I think they're going to fall at Leeds, 100%. We played Leeds recently. Those guys don't play, guys. They don't play. So I think Manchester City are going to lose. But to be fair with Manchester City, have you seen how McGahey has got them back and running? That guy is good. I didn't know his game, but he is good and he's got them functioning. He's got what they needed. That was some great piece of scouting and buying. Honestly, fantastic. So, yeah, it's going to be a tall order, especially that we have been caught before when we have got a lead at this time of the year. But I feel like our attitude this year is a lot more different. Our players, we've got a better squad depth, and our players are a lot more mature. We've got Declan Rice, they are kicking ass. Big Gabi and Saliba are on one. They just need to believe that they're best in the world. And then Gyökeres has come into some goals the last few games. And if he can continue on that form, I think we'll be able to defeat Manchester City psychologically. Everyone else like Manchester United, please stop insulting us. Hey, it's too soon and too early. And I don't feel well enough for that. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for your support and for joining me. Please do not forget to like and subscribe as usual. Try and grow this platform. Sometimes I forget to say it, and to really think and appreciate you guys. But yeah, I do appreciate you. So yeah, do not forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be talking to you over the next couple of days. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.